I had 30 days to save everything I've ever worked for. A single email threatened to wipe out my entire dream, and honestly, I was drowning in self-doubt with this deep feeling that I'd already failed. This is the story of how I faced a completely impossible countdown and fought for my own comeback. Section 1. The setup for the past 3 years. My whole world was building an independent game studio. This was more than just a business to me. It was the dream I've had since I was a kid, sketching characters in the margins of my notebooks. We poured every late night, every single dollar, and every bit of passion we had into our first big project. It was our everything. We were a tiny team with a huge vision, and we were so close I could taste it. We had a publisher, a launch date circled on the calendar, and a small community of fans who were just as excited as we were. The dream finally felt real, like something I could actually reach out and hold. Section 2. The setback Then the email landed in my inbox. It was short, cold, and just brutal. Our publisher was pulling out. Some change in corporate strategy meant they were cutting all projects our size, and just like that, they were gone. With their funding gone, we had 30 days of cash left. 30 days until the company bank account hit zero, until I'd have to look my team in the eyes and tell them it was over. 30 days until my dream would be officially dead. The first feeling wasn't even anger or sadness. It was just silence, a heavy, suffocating quiet that was filled with the sound of my own self-doubt. That little voice that I'm usually pretty good at ignoring was suddenly screaming, "You're not good enough. You failed them. Who did you think you were, trying to do this?" It felt like every secret fear I ever had was just confirmed. The dream wasn't just at risk. In my head, it was already over. Section 3. The journey Week 1. The ugly part That first week was just a blur of despair. I was going through the motions, trying to hide how bad things really were from my team while I scrambled to find a solution. Every call I made was a dead end. Every email I sent went unanswered. I wasn't even trying to win anymore. I was just trying not to drown. People talk about the hustle, but they don't talk about this part, the ugly middle. It's not glamorous. It's messy, and it's filled with moments where you just want to quit. One night, sitting alone in the dark office, I almost did. But then, I did something really simple. I took out a notepad, and right at the top of the page, I wrote down the dream again, just like I'd imagined it all those years ago. Seeing it there in my own handwriting, it made it feel real again. A tiny flicker of light in all that darkness. Week 2. A little hope that one small act shifted something inside me. I stopped desperately searching for another publisher and started asking a new question. What was this all for, anyway? I had to get clear on my what and my why all over again. The what was our game. The why was my team and the community we were building. Thinking that way led to a breakthrough. I found an old contact, a guy who ran a small but respected indie marketing firm. He didn't have any money for us, but he gave me a piece of advice that changed everything. Forget the old plan, launch it yourself, and be totally, brutally honest with your community about it. It was terrifying, but it was a plan, and for the first time in 2 weeks, I felt a tiny spark of hope. I was finally moving out of survival mode and back into vision mode. Week 3. The crisis within the crisis So, we told the team everything. Then we told our community. We launched a crowdfunding campaign, not just to raise money, but to give people a real stake in our comeback. The response was incredible. Pledges started rolling in. But just as we were building momentum, a new crisis hit. Our former publisher, after seeing our campaign, sent a legal notice. They were questioning our ownership of some of the early assets. It was a gut punch. Just when we were getting back on our feet, this threatened to pull the rug out from under us completely. The self-doubt came roaring back. Was this a sign? Were we just putting off the inevitable? It really felt like the universe was screaming at us to just quit. CTA**. It's in moments like that where you find out what you're really made of, right? I'm sure you've been there too. Tell me in the comments about a time you faced a setback that felt completely impossible. How did you get through it? Sharing these stories really does help all of us. And if you're getting anything out of this story, I'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe. Section 4. The final push that legal threat almost broke me. But then I looked at the messages from our community, the support pouring in, and I looked at my team who refused to back down. And I just got angry, so we decided to fight. We pooled our personal money for a lawyer and found a way forward. That anger turned into fuel. The final week was a complete whirlwind. We mapped out every single task, breaking down the last 7 days into an hour-by-hour plan. We were running on pure adrenaline and belief, taking focused, massive action every single day. Section 5. The climax day 30. The last 24 hours. We were still thousands of dollars short of our goal. The legal stuff was handled, but it cost us precious time and momentum. The team was beyond exhausted, but nobody was giving up. We decided to do one last live stream, sharing the entire journey, the excitement, the crushing lows, all of it. We laid everything bare, and then there was nothing left to do but watch the numbers on the screen. Conclusion, the reflection in the end. We did it. With just an hour left on the clock, we crossed our funding goal. We saved our dream, but the real victory wasn't just about the money. Those 30 days changed me. I learned that being resilient doesn't mean you never fall down. It's about how you get back up. It's about seeing failure not as the end, but as part of the process. I learned that being vulnerable isn't a weakness. It's the most powerful way to connect with people. This whole journey forced me to face down my worst fears and finally prove to myself that the critic in my head was wrong. My dream survived, yeah, but more importantly, I was remade in the process, and that's the real comeback. That's what I want to leave you with. Your dream is worth fighting for, but the person you become while fighting for it, that's the real prize.